Yes, how are we doing, Blues? We got Tarsi from the chat. We got Taki, the Arsenal fan. And yeah, here we are. Big ups to everyone for tuning in. Look, the stream's a little bit of a different one. It's mainly because international breaks here, and I don't really have too much to talk about. I checked out City News. It's not really got much on. It's quite quiet, dead at the moment, guys. I don't know. It's very quiet at the moment. I hope everyone enjoyed the video I uploaded yesterday. It's done better than I thought it would. So I hope everyone enjoyed that. I actually did have quite a lot of fun making that, I ain't gonna lie. It was a fun one to make. So expect more of those. I was thinking about making a Premier League team of the season so far video anyway. And so I might just now, to be honest. How long will Rodri be out for? Well, then the good news on that, Steve, is that the injury, according to Rodri, isn't that bad. Okay, he's even gone as far to say that he feels good. So it's not all too bad on that situation. There's actually a good bit of news where that's concerned, Tarsif. So, don't worry too hard on that. Hi there, Taki Arsenal fan. Big up to you, bro. How you doing? Hi there to you. So Rodri's hopefully not going to be out for long. It's kind of a good thing, and not necessarily good, but in a weird way, it's probably a good thing that this injury has come when it has, because it means now that Rodri has got the international break free of Spain, and it means that he gets to fully rest up ahead of the Everton game, which is on the 18th. This is me on my other account. I sub. Big up to you, Taki. Always appreciate that. Hope you're enjoying the stream, Taki. Enough to sub on 2 accounts anyway. I'm new to the channel. Good. Well, more the merrier. You're more than welcome here. I've had a lot of Arsenal fans who aren't so chill before, but we've had some chill ones before, and so you're more than welcome to join that batch. But as you can see, Rodri got injured against Brentford first 20 minutes. He's got 13 days to recover before Everton, and he's already feeling good, so hopefully it's going to be fine. Why is there another account of me? No idea, Taki. I thought that was your old account talking. And then you just decided to sub on that. As an Arsenal fan, Haaland is my favourite player outside of Arsenal. He's a very good player. I can't hardly blame you. Don't worry, I'm checking around. This is my other account. There you go then. I'm good, Tarsi. Good to Taki. Big up to you, man. But here, Rodri, he's got time to recover. It's also good for a player like Sheki. He's got time to, properly train up because he was out since August, Sheki. So he's now got time to train himself up ahead of the Everton game, making sure his fitness is at top. And then it's back to all guns blazing against Everton, Villarreal, Villa, and Swansea and Bournemouth. Those next 5 games are not easy. Only one of them's 2 of them are at home. And in fact, we have 3 games in a row at home then, including obviously a big one against Liverpool. I don't really know what to think to this alt account business in my chat right now. I appreciate both Takis for tuning in. I don't really know what to think. You're boggling my brain right now. But yeah, like I've said, a lot of time for Rodri to recover, and hopefully the injury isn't bad as he said it isn't. And we can see him again very, very soon. Hopefully. Only time will tell what that's concerned, though. Oh, look at that notification. We shall mute those. Oh, blink a second, another one. Aren't I popular, Blues? Let's see what it is. No, cool. Alright, so we're going to have a look at this now, see if they've added anything. Samuel, currently on loan at Bromley, involved in England's senior training today. By the way, big ups to Nico O'Reilly. I believe this is the the pinned tweet. O'Reilly's been called up to England, which is big stuff for him. Very happy. Great to hear. And to be fair, he's been brilliant. In my opinion, he absolutely deserves it. Doesn't surprise me whatsoever. What is going on? Yeah, Talsif, man, I'm just as confused as you. Saki, if you want her, man, that's up to you. She's more than welcome in the chat. More than merry is what I say, Taki. I won't lie though, I'm very confused at what's going on in the chat right now. I'm on your boat, Talsif. Not a clue. But hey, feel free. Let's just make sure to interact with the stream and whatnot. By the way, guys, I probably should have titled the stream this, but it's more than just a city stream. This, by the way, I'm willing to talk about all sorts of topics. Really, you want to talk about the stuff in La Liga. Well, you can talk about La Liga. I'm really willing to talk about anything because it's the international break. No pressure. Let's have a look at Jack Golden though, because he's posted. He's in a City Q&A over the next couple of days. Roger in trouble, checking the City squad. Let's have a look at Fabrizio now. He might have some interesting stuff. Ratcliffe confirms he intends to give 3 years. There you go. Looks like we've got a long wire. Holy moly, what is going on? Welcome to the stream, Alicia. Mod, not yet. Trust me, Taki, I've got no intention to. Taki, no mod for you just yet, as you're still quite new. Deep politics, big ups to you, man. Holy moly, what is this chat? What did I name the stream today? Deep politics, though. Welcome to the stream. Let's try to talk about football, guys. Let's have a look. Lots of United stuff here. Apparently, Orlando presented their project to Richarlison for summer 2026. Apparently, could be on the way there. Dean Hulson out for about 2 weeks at the max. Juventus looking to sign Genoa's Ottoloni as sporting director. I'm Eric Laporte back in the Spain squad. Big ups. Rodrigo on the bench this season. You have to respect coach's decisions. If I start, I play 100%. If I'm on the bench, same thing. If I play 20 minutes, yeah. Doesn't look like he wants to leave Real Madrid, by the way. Big interview recently. I'm leaving this chat by. It's getting out of hand. Yeah, fair enough. I'm going to time out. I'm going to time out some people because this is a bit crazy. All right. Taki, Arsenal fan 18, and Alicia. You're both getting timed up 10 minutes. Feel free to come back to the chat and we'll just talk about football. Football talk. Oh, blink at that. Timed out the wrong Taki. Oh, apologies, Taki, Arsenal fan. You didn't actually do anything wrong, but I'm timing out the Taki, Arsenal fan 18. There we go. Alright then. Apologies for such a chaotic chat. I don't know what's going on. This has been the weirdest chat I've had in I don't even know how long. You know, Tacky Arsenal fan 18, Tacky Arsenal fan Alicia. Deep Politics, you ain't done anything wrong, but welcome to the stream. Walking King, welcome to the stream. How you doing, man? Been a bit of a crazy one so far, so you're more than welcome here. Believe you've been on the stream before. Big ups to you. How you doing, Walking King? Let me know anything you want to talk about. We're currently looking at Fabrizio. You know. By the way, this is a bit more of a general football talk stream. City talk, obviously. You know, we've spoken about Rodri and how long his injury is going to be. So, you know, we're talking about multiple different bits. So, if there's anything you want to talk about, if you're curious about certain things, yeah, let's talk about it, because I'm more than willing to. In this stream, it's just about talking and, you know, doing all sorts. Raya, new contract for him from Arsenal. Harry Kane, doing brilliantly. For Bayern Munich at the moment, he's got like 19 goals. Lise doing brilliantly. How is Rodri back soon? Well, he's said in like an interview that the injury isn't bad, like he feels good. So he is injured for all intents and purposes, but he's not. It's not like an awful injury by the looks of it. Okay, he could very well, hopefully, be back before the end of the international break. But the good thing is that it's happened right as the international breaks happened. So he's got the whole of the international break to recover. You know, he's not playing for Spain or anything like that. It's all good, is how I see it. And I like it. Do you think Man City need a new striker? I don't really know, to be honest. Yeah, I want to see a bit more Marmoush there, because like Marmoush hasn't played much striker, and he's been injured this season, so it's hard to really make a call on that. HCFC Vlog, talks to the stream. Hi, hello, how are you doing? 8 people in the chat. Huge. Let me know how we're all feeling. Man City are calling plans to sign new right back due to impressive performances of Kusanov, who could potentially shelve plans until at least next summer. And who can blame him? Kusanov's been brilliant at the right back, despite him not making my team of the season so far for City. He's been brilliantly, and in terms of long-term plans, yeah, he could easily be the future. We don't need enough striker. Yeah, I agree. You know, Marmoush right now hasn't really showed signs of not being good enough, you know, but I want to see more of him. You know, he's still, like, not really proven for us. I think Man City need a new stadium. It's way too cold. I don't know if such a new stadium necessarily, but maybe some adjustments onto the current stadium to maybe give it some more life. I get what you mean. It's got, like, the design isn't, like, it's nice. I like the Etihad, but I think I get what you mean a little bit. Like, it could use a bit more personality, in a sense. Like maybe, you know, get some more. I say get more blue. It's got a lot of blue, but I know get some more. Like I know, find a way to bring a bit more life to it. But I do like the Etihad. It's too open. Yeah, I think they could use more stuff surrounding it. Like I don't know about you guys, but would you have included a bit of blue ones, like the statues outside the Etihad? Like, let's statues. I just want to have a look. Like, these statues, they're cool. Like, I like the statues, okay? I think it would have been good, like, if you can keep them, like, grey and whatnot, but, like, maybe make the shirt and, like, the shorts, like, the actual kit colours, like, make the shirt, like, blue, make the shorts, like, white, and then the shoes, you could do whatever, white socks, maybe blue shoes, and stuff like that. Keep, like, the arms grey and whatnot. Okay, they don't need to be anything. Same as Sergio, you know, make this blue. I know, I think it could bring more life to it. Same with David Silva. Make this blue, white shorts, maybe a blue ball, or something like that, or a white ball. I think it's a good idea. Yeah, just something to give them a little bit more sissy colours, because they are nice. Like, they are well made. I do like them, and I'm excited to see Kevin De Bruyne's one down the line. So yeah, I get what you mean though. Could use just a little bit more something to make it more Man City. By the way, Jeremy Doku, I believe, has won the Man City Player of the Month. Here it is. He had a very good month. He had a very, very good month. He was brilliant on the wing for his last month. And more performances like he had. And really, I'm open to more Jeremy Doku. I made a video not long ago. I've brought it up multiple times, but I made a video not so long ago saying, like, I want to see Savinho on the left because I just don't think Doku's cutting it. Moment that happens, blinking. What's his name? Doku starts cooking. Pep needs a statue, yeah, and I think he'll get one. Especially since this is his 10th season. KDB and Pep would be very, very, very nice. Oh, game-related stuff. Can't blame it. The game was only a couple of days ago. See if Sky's had anything to report. Probably not. Nah, nothing really. I did just see an interview there. Go back to City Extra. What do you think of Gary Neville? What do I think of Gary Neville? I don't know. I don't really think much of Gary Neville. Do you think he needs to be sacked to Pep or Gary Neville? I don't know. I don't really think about Gary Neville much. I know, like, Huel. But other than that, yeah, not really too much to say when it comes to Neville. I don't really watch like any content with him in it. I don't watch the Gary Neville podcast, even though I know that's a thing. I just don't really watch anything to do with him. Obviously, I have to listen to his commentary from time to time. But yeah, I just don't really listen to him. I think some of his takes are a bit silly. Some stuff he's probably right on. I think he's more wrong than he is right, if I'm honest. But yeah, not too much to say when it comes to Gary. Yeah, he's ex-United as well, so I don't really care. Some of the City news really covered the bulk of it. We'll have a look at transfer market real quick, just to see what this has got to say about Man City's squad and whatnot. We've got an expected return date for Nuri, by the way. That being the 20th of October. Do you think Ake will be going in January? I hope not, because we need depth, man. Like, depth is important, like, really, really important. And I don't think our squad's big enough right now. So I'm not really willing to lose anyone. Yeah, this is weird. They've not got it in order. That's very weird looking. Oh, shall I have a look at Severe Nipan? Currently on loan. 7 appearances with no goal contributions. Oop. Oh, no. Oh, no. To be fair, 9 times. How many 9s go into 29? 4. So he's not actually featured too many other games. 21 mil. It's true. It's on news. Ake to Spain. I'll have a quick look. Ake January exit. Have a look. Let's have a look. Ake. It doesn't surprise me too hard with Ake because he's apparently Ronald Koeman's warned him, basically warned him you're not playing an awful lot right now. You're a very good player, but when it comes to the World Cup, I need players that are playing. I need players that are clearly on form, and if you've been on the City bench, then I don't really know where you're going to be at come the World Cup. No doubt you'll fight, but you might not be as fresh and whatnot, and I need fresh players and whatnot. I believe it's the case. So it's basically saying, get yourself regular football, You need to play more, whether it's for Man City or another team, because the World Cup's coming up. I like you. I like you a lot. I think you're very good, but your position's not guaranteed. We got big players in those positions too. Van Dijk, De Ligt. O'Reilly. Yeah, Riley just speaking about his placement in the England squad. He said he'd love me to be in the squad. Has been watching me for quite a while, sees me doing well and happy and playing a lot. I was buzzing. I told my friends, my mum, and let a few people know. They said they want me. They were so proud, so go all in. Enjoy every moment and be myself. And then I had to go to bed. I arrived this morning, met everyone. Everyone was so welcoming. Then got changed into my kit, had a few interviews, and here I am now. And big ups to him, man. I may not be an England fan, but I'm more than I'm proud enough to see O'Reilly in the squad. I'm curious though because he wasn't in the original listing, so he was obviously added after that. So big ups to him. Hope he absolutely cooks. We do have more defending. Nice or amazing news. Yeah, I agree. It's good for him. He deserves it, like I've said. He's been one of our best players, without a doubt. He's been absolutely performing this season at left back. I'll tell you what, lads, ain't Nuri. That position is not nailed on for him. It really, really isn't. He's balling out so well. O'Reilly. Absolute joy to have him in the team. Do you think Haaland will leave? Well, Pep actually spoke on it. I'll try to find if I can see the actual quote. The bottom line was what he said about it though was he doesn't believe Haaland is silly enough to sign a 10-year deal and not fill it out. Is what he's saying. He doesn't think Haaland wouldn't think about potential exit because just remember Haaland at the end of last season. Okay, so not even then. Halfway through last season, Haaland still had 2.5 years on his deal. Okay, that's still a lot of time to make up your mind. Okay, City probably want him to make up his mind by the end of the season. Okay, but he had time. Okay, and even if he did make up his mind, he didn't need to commit to such a big contract, I think. He could have easily just been yeah, go on then, bob 2 years onto it. Bob 3 years, okay? And that's 5, and that's still another 5 years Erling's got here. He'll leave the club when he's like 29 or 30, however old, and then he can go to another big team and probably cook in his 30s. He's committed himself to the club until like 2032, 33. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe 34. I think it's 34. He's committed himself until 2034. You don't make a decision like that and then a couple months later be like, you know what? I'm thinking of leaving, boys. It's been fun. I don't think you make that decision like that. Maybe in a couple years you'll be like, oh, you know what? I've had enough of it. I've had enough of the blue side of Manchester. In fact, I've had enough of Manchester. Get me out of here. I'm going to Spain. Yeah, I'm going to Saudi. You know, he might do that. But I think his future's safe, at least for another few years. He'll get less good in 10 years. Yeah, he'll get less good, maybe, at the back end of 10 years. But just remember, like, top players who are still performing at certain ages. You know, Ronaldo, I know he's playing in Saudi, okay? And I'm not, like, the biggest Ronaldo fan in the world either. I've not got a single shirt with his name on it. But in Saudi Arabia, he still puts up numbers. You know, he still performs very, very well in Saudi, and he's 40 years old. Okay, don't matter how old you are. Okay, if you could put out numbers, okay, at 40, you are still a decent player. Okay, even if that means if he came to Europe, he struggled to get 20. Okay, that's still 20 goal contributions. That's more than Jeremy Docker got for us last season. That's more than Phil Foden got for us last season. 20 G&A is still a decent set of numbers. And so even if Haaland is getting around that when he's 40, okay, and he might not even be with us when he's 40, in 9 years, how old will Haaland be? Haaland will be 34 in 9 years. I think he will still be putting out goals. Sorry, Man City's in my blood. Yeah, I get that, man. Same here, bro. Yeah, I think Haaland's future's safe. Sure, teams are going to sniff, but who wouldn't? You know, who wouldn't have a sniff at Erling Haaland? You know, who wouldn't try and see what the situation is with him? No wonder Barcelona are interested. I wouldn't be surprised if Real Madrid got their eye on it. So many clubs are probably looking at him, okay? But it's like that one picture of Neymar of like the World Cup in like the glass box, and they're looking in like that. Okay, that's as close as some teams will likely ever get. Maybe every team. Maybe Haaland's just here forever now. Maybe. I don't know though. But look, I've really covered everything I want to speak about. I think we've had a good talk. You know, these streams are never going to be super duper long ones. More so, you know, I just want to talk whilst we've got a bit of free time. It's international break. If you want more of these streams, I'll probably do one next week as well before Premier League returns. Might even do another one this week. But look, big ups to everyone who tuned in. Do appreciate the support. Make sure to go tune in on the last video I did. There'll be another video tomorrow, potentially a stream, but definitely a video. Big ups to you all, Blues. I will see you all in the next one. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn the notification bell so you don't miss any of them. Big ups.